truth since Christmas. They don't want to hear it, they want to accept it of us. Over 1,000 doctors in Australia have sent emails to Scott Morrison, McKenzie Cash and Greg Hunt that have run away from Parliament because they know the truth to the World Economic Forum, the digital ID and what's coming next. Now, these people who preach the lies, paid by the taxpayer, paid by the politicians, now they're going to stab children under 5 years of age with this experimental drug with graphite oxide and mRNA in it. So parents, I'm telling you now, on behalf of all of my friends, you need to wake up, do your research. You've got people falling around all sides you, at home, dying at home. Adverse reactions. 30% of these lovely police officers here are at home sick. They're here protecting us today. So guys, please wake up to the fact that this channel here does nothing but tell lies and look amazing and brainwash you on television. Remember, it's called tell-a-vision, not TV, tell-a-vision. For you to realise and brainwash you with their BS. As you can see, the police here are protecting this building, won't even let us go and knock at the door nicely to say hello. We've been here before. So please, I'm encouraging you, all you lovely parents out there, before the winter comes, next month is going to be colder and your immune system is going to get a lot more weaker because you're not realising what's been done to you. Mark McGowan, the Premier of this state, has lied to you. He's a member of the Freemasons, a member of the World Economic Forum. Please research what I'm saying and wakey, but it's too late. He's already taken your properties from you. If you don't know what that means, it means your deeds and titles. They can come any time and take it off you. Soon you're going to be stabbed. 2016, there was a law passed by 9 politicians who they can come, because Colin Barnett did this, they can actually come to your house and rape you and stab you with graphite oxide and mRNA. Don't believe me? Look it up. It's all there. Okay?
Proposition 158.
Here we have another great man who is a doctor. And he will tell you more better information than I can.
That's right. It's called Proposition 158. And Colin Barnett, our previous Liberal Premier, brought this in. And it gives an authorised biosecurity officer with a document with your name on it. He can get police and others to hold you down and remove underwear in order to have you jabbed. And your children.
So there you go, guys. Coming from a great doctor here in Perth. The truth. Okay, we're going to head away now and see Mr. McGowan. Thank you.
So there you have it, guys. We've just stopped out front of Channel 9 on the march up to Kings Park today. Martin's just given an impassioned speech, all truth of course, and it was interesting. We just saw one of the Channel 9 news reporters walk out of the building behind us there, and he had a little smirk on his face and ran past. So it goes to show you their integrity. You'd think he'd want to have a chat, that this would be breaking news, but no, we're well used to that kind of behaviour. Now, of course, we're here today because of the con job that the police tried to pull on the protesters last week, saying that they were trespassing on a war memorial in Kings Park here in Perth, WA. Obviously, that was a complete lie, and we found out very quickly on after consulting some lawyers that that was an absolute con job. So anyway, here we go, guys. We're not sure what's going to happen. We thought that he would have been reported or arrested already. We were expecting that, but that hasn't happened, thankfully. It seems as though the police have stood down a little bit. So we're going to continue on to Kings Park now. Please stay with me and we'll just see what goes on. You never know what could happen. I'm a little bit suspicious that something is going to happen because I actually left from Kings Park and walked down to meet the protesters, and I did notice that there were a few police there. So we will stay with the crowd and just see what happens. Please stay with me while I'm walking along, I'd just like to tell you guys about my latest podcast on the 8 News Show. We've done another vaccine-injured episode. We actually recorded it last night. I'm sorry if you're having a hard time hearing me. We're right on the side of the road here. We've got a fair bit of traffic underneath us as we go over this bridge. But I interviewed Bram last night, and you know, every time we do one of these interviews, more and more interesting facts and figures come out, and these patterns of corruption, negligence with the police, and so on and so forth, are really becoming apparent now. Sorry guys, I just had to walk away there. There's people trying to bomb my shot. It's really becoming apparent the con job that the healthcare system is actually playing on all of us. It's also very apparent that our doctors now just completely lack critical thinking. Now, I'm sorry if you're a doctor out there who has high integrity and you are also against this forced medical tyranny of complete and utter experimentation upon the population. If you understand that, I'm not talking about you, but I know that I'm talking about the vast majority of doctors, because not only have I had several of these experiences myself, I've interviewed so many people now that discuss the same issue. The guy last night, Bram, literally had ECG, so you know, testing on his heart that indicated potential heart disease, and the doctors tried to cover it up. Can you believe that? They tried to suggest to him that he was suffering from anxiety and muscular damage, which was like in explanation for the pains that he was feeling in his heart. These pains actually were described as also being sharp stabbing pains. So there's a very serious issue. If you guys could please go to the8newsshow.podbean.com, you'll be able to just simply listen to the episode via a browser. While you're there, if I could appeal to you to please click the Patreon button and throw us a few bucks. I'm obviously unemployed. I came from a great job in the mining sector, and because I chose my own path rather than becoming one of the sheeple, I've been severely penalised for that, and I know that everyone watching this will understand. So if you're in a position that you are able to support the show, please do so. We're doing an enormous amount of travelling, and you know, it costs a lot. I'm down in Bunbury or Albany every second week, and I'm heading back to Albany really soon. We actually have around 30 vaccine-injured people to speak to down there, so I'm really looking at spending 5 days down there. It's going to be a big, long, hard week, but I believe that it's going to be really exciting. So please jump onto the8newsshow.podbean.com. That's the 8 News Show with the number 8, the 8 News Show. You can't miss it. Also, if you happen to follow the Bellman Report on Instagram, obviously the Bellman Report is where you're watching this live broadcast. But if you're able to jump onto my Instagram page, you'll be able to see an ad for the latest episode. And I'm getting better at doing all that sort of cross-referencing between the various social media platforms. But yeah, I've got a fair way to go on that. Anyway, I really appreciate your support, guys. I'm going to flick over to the other camera now and just let you see what's going on while we walk up to Kings Park. We're nearly there. All right, talk to you soon.
The police there on our side, they're on our side. Yep. I'd be on a bike too if I didn't stay in the car park.
That's a good thing about electric light.
But we're coming out to protest on the wall.
Robin,
Yeah.
do you want to have a quick chat?
Sure. course, you have to chat while we're going up.
We have to chat, yeah. Hey guys, back again. I just want to introduce you to two of my fellow freedom fighters on social media. Karen for Freedom, how are you?
Thank you.
Awesome. Tell everyone about the kind of content you're producing.
It's more just keeping them uplifted, a bit positive, and all being a bit flat amongst the freedom movement, rallies and whatnot.
Yep.
And also to make people aware of what's happening in a very subtle way, and keep them updated with all our freedom movement kind of things we've got ahead of us.
Right. So you're more of a keep your chin up kind of content producer, just spinning the positive, which is a great thing to do. We all need that. So everyone, can I please ask you to go to Karen for Freedom, that's with the number 4, and follow her on YouTube. Are you on Rumble as well?
No, so YouTube and TikTok at the moment, but I will get on Rumble, and it's Karen with a Y, guys.
Karen with a Y. We must remember that. Karen with a Y for Freedom. It's all one word, isn't it?
Yes.
All one word. Okay, everyone. Now I've got to introduce you to Robin. Where's Robin gone? Here she is.
How you going, everybody?
Robin, courage is the cure.
That's right, Karen.
Courage is the cure, everyone. Please follow Robin at Courage is the Cure on you're on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram.
And about to start a TikTok, so watch out for
Ladies, am I right behind the times? I'm not on TikTok. I'm not on Facebook either. I know that's a big issue.
Apparently my reel, the kind of material that TikTokers like to use, so I'm going to go to TikTok.
Right. Robin, tell everyone what kind of content you're producing. I know the small 2-3 minute chats on screen. Is there a particular kind of content you're trying to produce?
Well,
yeah, we'll get past this lawnmower. Sorry about that, everyone. We're out in public dealing with the wet and the cold and the sweat because we're all overly rugged up and you can't kind of find that balance. But yeah, go ahead, Robin.
So yeah, my channel is called Courage is the Cure because this fear campaign that has infiltrated everybody's lives. Some of us are clued up to it, but a lot of us aren't. And so the content that I'm creating and videos that I'm sharing are examples in real day-to-day
life.
That's right, of where you can see people complying because they're afraid. Now, if things are going to change for our children, we need to be courageous and stand up.
Yep.
And not give in to the fear. So that's what I'm doing on my channel.
And of course, never accept what the doctors are telling you. We know they've been co-opted. We must do our own research. We must push back at every point and ensure that we are, as individuals, happy with what we're being told. If we're not, go home, do some research and come back and hit the doctors up with every damn question you can come up with and push them.
And there's nothing stopping you from going to see 5, 6, 7 different doctors. If you know instinctually that they are not telling you the truth or they don't care to find out the truth, go and see someone else.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so it looks like we're having a little bit of a diversion. We're heading to Parliament House at the moment. I'm not sure why. I thought we were heading to Kings Park, but that's okay. Guys, I'm going to flick the camera back. I think there's about to be a couple of speeches and it's starting to piss down. I may have to end this live stream, guys. I can't afford to lose any of my gear. So in the meantime, stay with us. Flip the camera now. See you soon. Yeah, holy shit. Look at this room. Let's get away from this cigarette. Oh man, I'm sweating on the inside and it's raining on the outside.
By the time we turn around and go back, it'll stop raining.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just ripping with sweat. It's weird. I mean, it was so cold a couple of weeks back.
Yeah.
And now it's hot. We're in winter. Oh, yeah. It's one delay after the other that we got there. Oh no. All right, guys. We are heading towards Parliament House right now. We're actually here. We're just heading towards the front gates. So with us, so far so good. We have only got 2 push bike police with us. We were, as I said, expecting a hell of a lot more. I think the feeling is the police have stood down. Is that, what do you reckon, Robin? What's going on? Let's go this way.
Yes, I'm just keeping an eye on what they're doing.
Keeping an open mind as well.
Yes, and I think they probably are aware that if they do what they did last week, they'll be embarrassing themselves. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, and of course the police really did embarrass themselves last week. Everyone, sorry about the closeness of the shot. Not much I can do about this right now, but we're here in front of Parliament House. There's quite a little bit going on, so I'm going to quickly show you, and I'll click back into some commentary. There's a line up, guys, I guess, behind you.
They're saying there is none,
Hey Matt, there you go, mate.
Hey, very good. I love you. There you go, mate.
Okay, so there you go, everyone. We're really just seeking shelter from the rain at the moment in a very convenient location. Very, very convenient location. Guys, let me just say a quick hello to Stuart.
Hey, Andy. How you going?
Hello, Stuart.
Good to be back.
Been a while since I've seen you. Where have you been?
I've been back in the classroom, mate. I decided that I'm no longer a leopard.
Really?
Last term, if I went into a classroom, I could possibly kill people, but now I'm hot property and everyone wants me. So.
Oh, why? Because you're healthy and available to work?
Well, something happened. I got a medical exemption for 4 months, and then they changed the rules and allowed back in anyone. I heard about what happened last Wednesday, and the government went to pitch the parade, and that's why I'm here. Can't have that, can we now?
We can't have that, but of course they made absolute fools of themselves.
I did. They all ran away with their tails between their legs.
Well, they tried a little bit of colour of law and presented a letter that wasn't even addressed, so that was an interesting manoeuvre. I mean, we've all become so familiar with these little tactics that go on with the police. I mean, some of them are fantastic people. I actually met a couple of really good police this morning. That's a whole other story. But we've seen this all too often, these trickery. And it's actually very shut off. This is a bad place to be. We've all known it's all gone on forever, but it's particularly relevant in this case where we're trying to save Anyway, mate.
Good to see you again, mate.
Great to see you. You've been missing in action for so long. All right, guys. Now I'm going to say a quick hello to Dr. Mark Lofts, of course, my co-host on the Jab Injury series. Once again, we've put out episode number 4. Went out this morning. So please go to the8newshow.podbean.com, or if you can be bothered, I'd really appreciate it if you could install the Podbean app, and then we can stay in touch. You can type messages into us when we do live streams, as well as when we open up, you can call in via the app and say hi and ask a question. So I'd really appreciate it if you install the Podbean app and follow the 8 News Show. That's with the number 8. Thank you so much for that.
Hey, Max.
Mark, what did you think about last night's Bram?
I was very impressed by that, particularly by Graham's great knowledge and the detail that he looked into things. I guess he would do that because his daughter is barely able to walk, she's very young, and we've got to protect her for the next 20 years, or how long this scheme is going to go on.
Yeah.
People are threatened all over the world, and children especially have been threatened because they're now bringing in the jab for children under 5 years of age. And I need to point out that children and adolescents and certain babies do not die of flu.
And Mark, there is news coming out of America that this new set of batches are particularly potent and very dangerous.
That's right. I mean,
How that goes on, I don't know, people, but clearly there has been a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy theory because we can all see it. And if you follow along with the Jab Injured series that Mark and I are doing together, you'll become very aware of the issues surrounding this and things that you would never have thought of. We learn something new every time we do this. And I suspect that in 6 months' time, we'll still be learning something new because we have no long-term testing. We don't know what's going to happen. So we're going to have to just hold on to our hats and see where we end up. Speaking of hats, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing the Pink Panther hat. Right, they've been issued to all us supporters who are fighting against government corruption, who are fighting against the protection of paedophiles, and are fighting against these jet mandates which are intended for genocide.
Must have taken a while to put
And
that
of course,
together.
everyone, that is just the tip of the iceberg. There is so much corruption in our society today that if we don't all stand up, our society will devolve very quickly. In fact, it's already devolving, and that is devolving. Look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, everyone. Looks like we've come to a little bit of a standstill here. As you can see behind me, we're all seeking shelter from the rain, including the police. I'm going to end this live stream right now, and once we begin moving again, I'll come back to you. Okay, so until then, remember, the 8 News Show. Also, go look up the Bellman Report on Instagram, Twitter, and not Facebook yet. I've got to do Facebook. I'm a little bit behind the times. Not sure if I'm going to go the TikTok route. But anyway, until then, guys, hang, and in maybe in about 5-10 minutes' time, we'll start this up again. Thank you, and if I can end this thing. Boom.